So now it's official. The Daily Mail have reported that Phillip Schofield's lover was just 15 when they met. He had asked Star for a job on This Morning 3 years before he was hired as a production assistant and began an affair with then 50-something presenter. And this had just been revealed. Phillip Schofield, and this doesn't surprise me one bit, had been paying his former lover's legal fees. This is something that didn't surprise me at all. I knew there's something had to be going on there behind the scenes when it came to kind of monetary payment or something. But Phil ended up, he got backed into a corner. And his former lover in the end, he wanted him to lie about the relationship, but he wasn't. He didn't want to do that. And in the end, he revealed everything, and he had lied to everybody, friends, family, colleagues, misled his lawyer, and so it's not looking good at all for Mr. Schofield. But I wanted to talk a little bit just about Holly Willoughby. Holly Willoughby had said on a post that it was an Instagram post. One of these things, I don't know why I always just write out. It's always going to be that thing of a bloody picture that in a prepared thing you've done on a notes app. But she said, "It's taken time to process yesterday's news. When reports of this relationship first surfaced, I asked Phil directly if this was true and was told it was not. It's been very hurtful to now find out that this was a lie." Holly. So quite a fairly short statement on that, saying that, well, first off, it's taken time to process yesterday's news. What's that supposed to mean, really? We've all known now that, you guys aren't friends anymore. You don't want anything to do with him, Holly. You've wiped them from all your social media, and you more or less made it clear to the bosses, it's either he goes or I go. Now, this might have been over the stuff with his brother Timothy, him not mentioning it as to why he was away. That could be understandable in your position, being that, I think you're a mum of three. And if that may have just brought back something of, well, it's that whole thing of, I wouldn't, obviously, just that sickening thing of, oh God, somebody could have, that could have been one of my kids. But I still had the opinion of, I discussed this Cali P of the Divided Kingdom on his live stream, but I had the mindset of, well, it was a private matter, was he obliged to tell her about that? It was, a family matter. But the thing about it for me, though, just reading this message is, she says about when reports of this relationship first surface. So when exactly are when was this? There's no dates here. This is the thing, it's very vague. It's not, I'd first heard about this in so July 25th, 2019 or whatever. It's just, it's vague, but it's vague on purpose, though. That's the thing. And even when she says, I asked Phil if this was true and was told it was not, even then, it's this whole thing of, and was told it was not. It's like, it's not like she said, and he said it wasn't true. And I think that's just, it's supposed to be vague like that on purpose, because it's probably this thing of her not wanting to lie, but at the same time not reveal the truth. That's how I see it. And she, I don't know, I feel, to me, she must have known something, and I'll explain why. There's all these stories about this revolt, about numerous people who worked on the This Morning team had a problem with this, whether it be Philip's professional behaviour or the relationship, the affair that he had. It just seemed, you mean to tell me there's this massive, what they call a revolt, but yet Holly didn't know about what was going on? She was kept in the dark. Philip's co-star, one of his closest friends, was kept in the dark about this. She didn't have a clue. I don't know. Maybe she's just in her own little la la land where everything's nice and rosy, and she sees the good in everybody. I don't know. That's how a lot of people would take her like that. How a lot of people perceive her. But I mean, I feel personally she must have known something though, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way as well. Um, and this little statement, I don't really buy it personally. I think she did know something happened, and it was the whole thing as well of the apparently, the guy, things fell apart. He was moved on to the Loose Women team, and then Loose Women, the people on the Loose Women show were complaining that they had all this baggage, and I guess they ended up being the shoulders for the kid to cry on or something. But I mean, I don't know. But then it's funny though, a certain woman who was a presenter on that show had apparently filed a complaint about Phil, and then about a few months later, then she was there on the sofa and there for moral support as he publicly came out. So it's just a lot of these people, they're all just at it. You just don't know who to fully. You don't know who to believe 100%. You don't really know who to trust 100%, especially not in that world. Um, and yeah, I mean, and there was a photo out there as well with McGreevy, approaching Holly Willoughby. I think they say he was like drunk. This was at the NTA Awards, January 2020, and she was kind of caught off guard. You could see it from the look in her face. It was like, oh shit, don't know how to get out of this kind of thing. But I think apparently Phil had got him kicked out. But yeah, just this short little video, because I'm not really convinced with what Holly's saying. I feel that she used something, and that's how I see it. And there's other stuff as well about the whole thing. Now some people are trying to, I see people saying online that actually there is a super injunction, and there's a certain agenda that people have for lying and saying that there isn't one. And I'll put it to you this way, I'll say two words. Dan Wooten, do some research on him. I mean, he had me fooled, I must say. He had me fooled. But yeah, there's a lot of this just shady stuff in show business. And this story, it doesn't look like it's going away. It looks like later on today, more and more will be coming out about Phil. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that, guys. Just a little bit more of a shorter, brief video right now. But thanks, guys. Bye.